It's widespread because we've seen the first protests of this series of movements starting in the Netherlands. That was mainly last year, and it started out because of national concerns since the Dutch government was about to cut by half the number of cows authorized on the Dutch soil. And that was all part of a preoccupation, a worry from the government to cut nitrogen emissions. And this is all started, according to the farmers' movement, this is all started with the Green Deal that the European Commission has sought to impose ever since it took its function in 2019. It was the same preoccupation that we saw, for instance, in Germany, where subsidies on tractor petrol were lifted as of January 1st of last year, leading to a brutal increase in the price of petrol there. There are also other worries which are also very national. For instance, as the report we just saw mentioned, in Romania and Poland, tractors taking part to the blockade of borders with the Ukraine, because the grain imported from the Ukraine as part of the deal between Europe and the country is helping sink the prices of grain produced in Romania and Poland. Those concerns are the ones that we see in France, exactly at the same kind of preoccupations, worries about over-regulation from the EU, and all the rest. Those are slogans that we see everywhere in Europe.
It's really interesting, Pierre, when you think about the far right here in France and National Rally taking up the cause, populist movements doing the same thing, getting towards the European elections, thinking actually the whole policy could change depending on who has control of the Parliament and ultimately the Commission. Talk to us about what the agriculture ministers today are looking at.
Well, they are launching what they call a strategic dialogue on the future of agriculture. That was a promise from the European Commission. As you mentioned, there is a high stake in the political debate in the run-up to the European elections in June. We've seen already the European Commission reducing its ambitions in terms of legislating over the Green Deal. There will be no more nutritional labeling text put on the table this year. The bovine sector has been excluded from the new act on emission reductions. We've seen this debate at the European Parliament over nature restoration law, where the right opposes the left, that is, the Friends of the Farmers oppose the Friends of the Environment. So the EU ministers are looking at a very consensus topic today, which is, shall they cave into the agricultures, to the farmers, in order to preserve the right's ambitions to gain seats during the elections, although this sector is not very huge in Europe, but very visible? Or are they going to push through for reforms as they have done for the past 15 years or so? And also there is one another topic today, is that the Romanian minister has been urged by the farmers back home to call for the resignation of Janusz Wojciechowski, the European Agriculture Commissioner.